Peter. Let's just do it.
It's heartening to see so many strange new faces here today. I know my mom would be very touched and probably a little suspicious. My mother was a very secretive and private woman. It's Grandma. You know you were her favorite, right? Even when you were a little baby, she wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you. She was a very difficult woman, which maybe explains me.
I recognize you from your mother.
What? Sometimes I swear I can feel her in the room.
Oh my God! What's that?
She isn't gone.
She had private rituals, private friends.
Who's gonna take care of me?
You don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die.
And she wasn't altogether there. At the end.
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this.
What's happening? Peter! Don't you ever raise your voice at me. I am your mother. Mom, what's happening? Make it stop! Make it stop!
I just don't want to put any more stress on my family.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that have not seen that trailer, have yet to see the film, let me open up the blinds here. I had to try to get some lighting. I understand that was a very primitive way to show and provide a trailer, but I knew I had to talk about this film. I knew I had to do a review on this film. It was one of the top picks in my mind that had to be raved about and discussed about as soon as possible. I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible without it being bare and bleak, because I could literally talk about this film for 5 days straight, and then talk about it 5 days more after maybe taking about a half an hour break in between. This was my favorite film of this year by far, certainly the best horror film I've seen in quite some time, and it's so much more than a horror film. It's not a slasher film by any means. It is, for those of you, I'm going to do a review on The Witch, which came out in 2016. This was The Witch for me, which I did enjoy to the umpteenth degree. This was even better than The Witch. I do love A24 as a production company. People are going to think that I'm crazy, those of you, because I know about the audience reviews for this film, the audience score. You people, I understand, I get it, I get why some people did not enjoy this film, I do get it. It was really it was hyped a lot, really, really highly talked about, highly discussed, highly regarded. Those of you that do not like the slow burn are going to hate this film, most likely, because the first time I saw it, I did not pay homage, or I did not fully process and register with it the way that I am now. This film is about an estranged relationship between a mother and her mother's being the grandmother of her family, and the grandmother passes away. The Graham family, I believe it is, and odd things start to occur. The daughter of the grandmother who passed away, Anne, who is the matriarch of the household, starts to notice these odd things starting to take place once the mother has passed away. The estranged mother, once again, she had a relationship with the family, but from what we know, it is odd. It is an anomaly. It is very up in the air. Everything is up in the air. The relationship between her and the grandchildren, the relationship between her and the mother, and what is going to unfold is 110% some of the best filmmaking that I have seen. It's just so good to see an actual good movie and sit and experience what a great director is trying to convey to us. Somebody that just knows how to make a great movie. Kudos and credit to Ari Aster. His first full-length directorial debut, a gentleman from the AFI Conservatory who's only about the age of 32, I believe. He is one of the best working in the industry today for independent, slow burn, shock value, profound and amazing film. I mean, the idea behind some of this stuff, the subject matter and the symbolism and the metaphors are just absolutely unbelievable. There is one shock in this movie that everybody is talking about, and I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to make this a spoiler review whatsoever, because if I do, this video for this movie review would be 3 hours. So I'm just going to say there's some shocks, and if you go into this movie not knowing anything, you will see what I mean when I say that it is better than anything that James Wan has made as far as the Saw movies, The Conjuring, Insidious, anything like that surpasses that. And I enjoyed The Conjuring thoroughly when I went to go see it in the movie theater. This movie is on a different league. If you really appreciate Kubrickian, not only Kubrickian, but slow, if you watch old films like Ari Aster, the director, watches a lot of underrated, enclosed, lower budget films such as The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover, Ingmar Bergman films as well, and The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover is a Peter Greenaway film. Just really old, not old, but within the last 30 years, films that were not highly recognized, but certainly are known as being très magnifique in regards to the art house film. So, sorry, I'm getting a call. So I just want you guys to check out Hereditary as soon as possible. I think it's one of the best films out there so far, and I really highly recommend it. It is Toni Collette does an amazing job. She's the best here, and Gabrielle Byrne, Alex Wolff from Naked Brothers Band. Just a little hint. That's one of the only spoilers I can provide. This is the best thing I've ever seen from him. I could not believe that it was him as the son in the film. And you just have no idea what's really going to take place. Charlie, kudos to Charlie for barely saying a word, the daughter in this film, and literally being a horror movie icon from the get-go. Please check out this film. It is incredible. The way that they decide what to show and what not to show, the prowess and the skill and the idea behind this film is so much more effective than the basic shock value jump scare effect. You'll see what I mean when you watch the film Hereditary. Please check it out. It's a wonderful horror film, so much more than a conventional horror film, and I really think it is one of the best horror movies that we've seen in the last decade, tenfold. Thank you very much. Please check it out. Hereditary from Talkin Trasch Productions. A. Absolute A. Thank you guys. Take it easy. Bye.